right, here we go. Buckle up, Eagles fans, because there's a whole lot to talk about heading into this 2025 NFL season. The birds are flying high after lifting that Lombardi trophy once again, and with expectations through the roof, the spotlight is as bright as ever. Whether you're still riding the high of that Super Bowl win or already obsessing over roster moves and depth charts, you're in the right place. This team isn't just a contender. It's a machine, reloaded and ready to wreak havoc once more. But let's take a step back before we jump into the nitty-gritty. I want to hear from you. Who's your all-time favorite Philadelphia Eagle? And now for a tougher one. Out of this current stacked squad, who's your favorite player on the roster right now? This isn't an easy question considering how loaded the team is, but that's the fun of it. Drop that name in the comments and let's talk about it. Now, speaking of this current roster and all the moves that shaped it, let's tackle one of the most talked about departures of this offseason. And yeah, we're talking about Darius Slay. Big Play Slay, as he's affectionately known, has officially moved on from the city of brotherly love. After years of lockdown defense and veteran leadership, he's now rocking the black and gold with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And look, I get it, seeing him go hurts. The guy was a huge part of our defense, especially in the secondary. But there's more to this story than just age or money. There's a real reason behind the Eagles letting him walk. And it's something fans should understand as we look at the bigger picture. So let's rewind a little. Slay came to Philly a few years back in that trade from Detroit, and it was an instant impact. He brought swagger, elite coverage skills, and a presence that opposing quarterbacks had to respect. For a while there, you could pencil him in as one of the top shutdown corners in the entire league. But 2023 was rough. A knee injury nagged him all year, and although he fought through it, he just didn't look like the same player who was locking down receivers in 2022. Fast forward to 2024, and to be fair, he had a pretty strong bounce-back season. Not quite all pro level, but solid. He finished with a Pro Football Focus coverage, grade just under 70 during the regular season, and turned it up in the playoffs, posting numbers in the upper 70s. That's the kind of veteran leadership and playmaking you want in a deep postseason run. He didn't just hold his own. He made plays. 12 pass breakups, ranking him 4th among all corners in the NFL, speaks volumes. That's why he got the nickname Big Play Slay in the first place. He's always been about that moment, the key deflection, the timely interception, the leadership on and off the field, and that's part of what makes this decision by the front office so interesting. The Eagles easily could have afforded to bring him back. He signed a 1-year, $10 million deal with the Steelers. Not a bank breaker by any means. So why didn't Philly retain him? Here's where it gets real. According to NFL insider Adam Kaplan, who's been around this organization for years, it all comes down to that knee. Word is there's serious concern about his long-term stability. Slay had arthroscopic surgery on it late in 2023, and while he did return and play well, the Eagles didn't want to take the chance that he'd lose a step, especially at his age. And when a cornerback starts to slow down, it can get ugly. Fast! We saw it happen with James Bradbury, who signed a big extension and then fell off a cliff. Philly didn't want to make that same mistake twice. And let's be honest, speed matters, especially when you're lining up against elite receivers every single week. The Eagles had to weigh what Slay gave them last year against the risk of a possible decline. And given how aggressive Howie Roseman has been in keeping this team young and fast, the writing was on the wall. Instead of doubling down on older veterans, they turned to the future. Guys like Kelly Ringo and rookie phenom Quinion Mitchell, who bring that youth speed and upside that's so critical in today's NFL. From the Steelers' side, sure, it's a risk. But they're hoping that in the short term, Slay can give them one more quality season while they build around their young secondary. He'll be playing alongside Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey, Beanie Bishop. That's a stacked group if they can all stay healthy. But again, it comes down to that knee. Can he hold up for 17 games and a playoff run? Only time will tell. Now switching gears to one of the most exciting young players on the roster, defensive tackle Jalen Carter. This dude is a straight-up monster in the trenches. ESPN dropped their annual rankings heading into 2025, and Carter is officially slotted as the 3rd best defensive tackle in the entire league. And this isn't just media hype. These rankings are based on surveys from NFL coaches, executives, and scouts. So when people inside the league are putting him in the top 3 already, you know it's real. Let's talk context. He's behind only Dexter Lawrence and Chris Jones, 2 certified game records, and he's ahead of studs like Quentin Williams and Jeffrey Simmons. That's elite company. Carter had been an honorable mention heading into last season, and now he's leapfrogged into elite status. What changed? Well, he backed up the hype with real production. He earned second-team All-Pro honors, made the Pro Bowl, and oh yeah, helped this team win a Super Bowl. Not bad for a second-year guy. Now his sack total wasn't off the charts, 4.5 sacks on the year, but that doesn't tell the whole story. His impact goes far beyond what shows up on a stat sheet. The dude eats up double teams and still manages to disrupt plays. He's the kind of player who demands attention on every single snap. He racked up over 800 snaps last year, second most at his position. He was top 10 in hurries, quarterback hits, pressures, and second in batted passes. That kind of consistency and motor is rare, especially for a guy still finding his groove in the league. And it's not just about the physical traits. He's got instincts too. The kind of football IQ that can be taught. Coaches around. The league say he has Hall of Fame potential as long as he keeps his focus and stays out of trouble. And yes, let's address the past. Coming out of Georgia, there were serious off-field concerns, no question. But since landing in Philly, Carter has kept his nose clean and been nothing but dependable. If he continues on this path, the sky isn't even the limit, it's just the beginning, and it gets even better. When you look at the big picture, this defense is built to dominate for years. Pair Carter with Jordan Davis on the inside, Hassan, Reddick off the edge, Nolan Smith waiting in the wings. It's a nightmare for offensive lines. This unit isn't just young and athletic, it's built with purpose, with speed, power, and versatility at every level. And Carter is the anchor in the middle, the guy who can blow up a play before it even starts. And while we're on the topic of dominance, let's pivot to the offensive side of the ball, because ESPN also dropped a ranking with the best skill position groups in the NFL. And guess who's sitting at number 1? That's right, the Philadelphia Eagles have the top group of wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs in the league heading into 2025, just edging out the Detroit Lions, who are no slouches themselves. After finishing third in 2023 and second in 2024, they finally grabbed that top spot, and it's well deserved. The biggest difference maker, Saquon Barkley, the former Giant star, had a monster season after crossing enemy lines and suiting up in midnight green. He ran for over 2,000 yards, caught nearly 300 more, and did it all while sharing the backfield with Jalen Hurts in an offense that doesn't even throw the ball that much. He led the league in almost every advanced metric for running backs and brought a whole new dimension to the Eagles' ground game. The tush push may have stolen some short yardage touchdowns, but make no mistake, Barkley was the engine. Then there's A.J. Brown, who continues to prove he's one of the most efficient wideouts in the league, despite missing a few games. He still racked up over 1,000 yards and ranked second in yards per route run. He ran only 323 routes. Compare that to someone like Jamar Chase, who ran more than double that and still put up elite production. That's the definition of efficiency. Devonta Smith wasn't far behind. He finished 14th in yards per route and 8th in receiver score. And both guys did all of that while missing time due to injuries and playing in a run-heavy offense. And let's not forget about Dallas Goedert. Yes, his raw numbers were down, but that was more about injuries and game script than performance. He still commanded an elite target share per route and ranked second among tight ends in yards per route. Run! The Eagles are loaded at every level. Even the depth pieces, guys like Johnny Wilson and Grant Calcaterra, give them flexibility. And let's be real, not every addition is going to be a star, but the core of this group is as dangerous as it gets. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be a significant move for the Philadelphia Eagles, rumors are swirling around the league about a potential one-year agreement to bring safety Justin Simmons on board. While nothing has been officially announced yet, sources close To the situation hint that the Eagles are aggressively pursuing Simmons to bolster their secondary for the upcoming season. Justin Simmons, known for his reliable coverage skills and leadership on the field, would be a valuable asset to Philadelphia's defensive backfield. Over the years, Simmons has proven himself as one of the more consistent safeties in the NFL, combining strong tackling with an ability to read the quarterback, making him a disruptive force in passing games. His presence could be just what the Eagles need to tighten up his secondary that struggled with injuries and inconsistency last season. The buzz is that the agreement would span just 1 year, signaling a strategic move by the Eagles front office to add experienced depth without committing to a long-term contract. This short-term deal might also give both parties flexibility. The Eagles can reassess their roster needs after the season, while Simmons gets a chance to prove his value and potentially cash in bigger down the line. Philadelphia has shown in recent years that they're willing to make bold decisions to improve their defense, and this potential signing fits that pattern perfectly. If Simmons does join the Eagles, it could provide a much-needed boost not only in coverage but also in the locker room, as his leadership qualities are widely praised. Of course, the signing is not yet official, and the deal could still fall through for various reasons. Other teams reportedly have interest in Simmons, which could complicate the Eagles' efforts. Nevertheless, the fact that talks are reportedly advanced indicates the Eagles are serious about strengthening their secondary ahead of the new season. Now, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see if this rumored deal comes to fruition, as it could have a major impact on the Eagles' defensive performance and their chances of contending deep into the playoffs. For now, the sports world remains abuzz with speculation, waiting for confirmation that Justin Simmons will indeed don the Eagles' colors in the coming months. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.